Hello and welcome to How to Stealth a Bank Heist. First off, we're going to need a stealth build provided to you by me, both here and here. The one on the left is my full infamy build, the one on the right is my no infamy build, so you can either click on the screen or click on the link in the description box below. Now there is a third build you could use if you wanted all of the safety deposit boxes, and that would be a saw build. Leave me a comment below or a like on the video if you would like to see me give you my stealth saw build. Okay, so now we are ready and equipped to stealth a bank heist. I'm going to be teaching you this as 1, you are doing it solo, and 2, that it's on Death Wish difficulty. If you're doing this as a team, you can go through these steps a lot quicker and there is less waiting. If you do it on a lower difficulty, then you really need to man up and put it on Death Wish. Okay, so let's talk pre-planning first. So there's a few things that you can add here, anything from spy cams, ammo bags and key cards, but none of these are really essential. You can do it without it, it just makes it a lot quicker and a little easier in some instances. My recommendations for pre-planning would always be a key card and some body bags, and definitely the vault key if you're not bringing the saw. If you do not get the body bags, then you're really going to have to be careful when you kill the guards and any civilian in the back areas, that you don't leave their bodies laying around. The other thing is that if you do not get the key card, you're going to have to rely on one of the spawn locations at the same time. Now let's talk about variables. So on any bank heist, whether it's cash, deposit, gold, etc, etc, they all share the same set of variables and spawn points. Now these variables are actually just going to be limited to the vault, the camera room, keycard locations, and of course the getaway van location. First up, let's talk about the vault spawn. They can only spawn in 2 areas, both here in the front and here in the back. If you do get the back vault spawn, you are actually able to do the entire heist just in the back area, not taking over the entire bank, which is kind of cool. Secondly, the camera room. It's essential that you take down the camera room on Death Wish difficulty because the cameras cannot be destroyed. They are Titan cameras. The 2 locations that the camera room can spawn is here and here. Again, one in the front and one in the back. The back one being more favorable as there is no chance that there is a camera looking at it. There's no way that a camera can spawn in that hallway. To open the camera room door, you'll just need the key card or a fully upgraded ECM. And then when you open, you'll be greeted by a nice friendly guard inside the camera room. Shoot the guy into the corner so he's out of view, answer the pager, and then the cameras are no longer an issue. One big note is taking down the cameras is pretty much your primary objective at first when you go into any bank heist. Next variable is keycards. If you don't get the keycard placed in pre-planning, it will either be in the manager's office here or on the manager himself like so. In order to get off the manager, all you have to do is either kill him, don't do it, or tie him down like so. Once tied, the card will be on the floor. Finally, on random spawns is the getaway van. Not really that important, but it can spawn in 3 spots. Those would be here, here, and here. All this means is that you may be just moving bags further depending on where the vault is to where the van is. The guards. These guys will move around certain spots in the bank, kind of rotating. There are 4 main spots that you can take these guys out safely. Here at the side entrance. This door does actually have to be opened for this. They will not open it themselves. Here at the back door, the same rule applies as the first door. Here on the roof. And finally here in this little copy room between the front and back rooms of the bank. One thing to note, both guards and the bank manager will walk through here, so this is definitely the most risky of spots. Of course, you can jump ahead to killing guards before the cameras if you see an opportunity in one of these areas, but be warned and be patient. Rushing is where most of the errors occur on a bank heist. This part is also where having teammates would speed things up a little bit. Bag the bodies as soon as the pager is answered and drop the bodies over here or in the camera room if you already have it open. That's a safe spot too. The manager, like I said, also roams the bank. He visits the same place that the guards do, so you can take him down. You can either kill him or time and move him, but moving him takes a bit longer and you are more likely to be spotted by someone looking on. Now, once the camera room is done, the 3 other guards are gone and the bank manager is done, we are free to move to step 3. So for step 3, there are actually 2 ways you could do this. You can either go the full stealth route or you can go the control freak route. Now, if you're not sure what control freak is, it's a skill in the mastermind tree that allows you to shoot your weapon or run your saw or pretty much make noise. And what it does is it intimidates all of the civilians on the map and gets them down on the floor. You don't have to kill them, you don't have to tie them, they just kind of stay intimidated, but you do have to keep remembering to shoot your gun or make noise every 30 seconds or so. It's not always the best option, but it is an option for this. If you want to go the full stealth route, however, this is where the vault spawn comes into play. If the vault spawns here in the back, then we have the opportunity just to drill the vault here and not disturb the front of the bank. You do not need a silent or reduced noise drill skills for this. Standard drill is fine. There could, however, be civilians in this area here, this one here, and then a little sneaky one right here. The drill will alert these guys, but once all the guards are gone, you can actually either shoot these or get them down and tie them. The problem is with these front two, sometimes if you ask them to get down, not only do they take their sweet ass time, but people in the front of the bank can sometimes be looking. Sometimes they can see them. So what you can do is either risk it, or you can use a shotgun to beast them into an area where no one can see them. Once this section is complete, you are now free to grab the drill from the truck out back, start that puppy up, and then you just gotta wait until the drill finishes. Voila, move the bags, and then the bank heist is done. Now, if the vault spawns in the front of the bank, my recommendations would be that you do the same thing we just did when we get a rear vault spawn. That would be tie and kill everyone in the back first. Now, the reason that I suggest this is that when you take over the front of the bank, the first need is to take care of the tellers. Now, these guys have this panic button right here. As soon as they get alerted, they go running for it. The cops are on the way. I usually find that a couple of bullets work well for this. Now, if you do use Control Freak, you're relying on them to get scared and get down and not press that button. Now, the same thing goes for the back room, and this is why we want to clear it, is because this button right here, somebody always runs over to it at the same time. So if you are not getting the back end done first, you've got to worry about tellers, and you have to worry about this one guy running to the back here and alerting the police. Now, say you've got the back end completely clear. Before you do rush the front, one thing you could do is place your second ECM if you bought it, but it's not essential. It just gives you a bit more time to get everyone down and tied. Once your cable ties are all gone, you can either keep telling everyone to get down, or switch to allow gun if you have Control Freak, or kill them all just for a little bit peace of mind. Now, there will be 3 or 4 civs that walk around outside. You can try and clean up the front of the bank, body bagging and moving everyone. Just get those civs out of the way so when someone comes in, they're not really immediately alerted. Or you can just kill them too. You can actually just run out into the street at this point and knock them all down. I think there's a maximum of 4 that can spawn on the street. Once you feel comfortable that everybody's taken care of, start that drill up and you're pretty much done. In both vault spawns, whether front or back, once the drill is done, you may actually have to drill again if the inside vault door is locked. Now, if you place the vault key in pre-planning, this would where you would use it to open. It doesn't always open it the first try, so keep going. And if you bought that elusive saw, then you can also saw this vault door open. And once this is open, you are done. Move the bags and open the boxes if you have the time. One thing to note, while the first drill is going, you've got a bit of time. Of course, the drill's going to break. You may want to use ECM or saws to open up the ATMs at the front if you took over that part. Grab the cash behind the teller line, cash on the manager's desk, and then go searching for those lovely little gauge packages for extra gun mods. Here's a quick shot of where they all are on this heist just for you. Happy stealthing.